Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. I am super excited to be recording. I am finally getting started with my budget journey. Like, I've really been, wanting to get started, but life really does go on and things happen and it just makes you not sometimes able to. I feel like this really does take a lot of dedication, and I'm finally ready to put in the effort because this is really my life in my hands right now. Like, I need to get focused and start my budgets. This is the first month that I'm actually doing this, and I'm super excited. I've been giving it a lot of thought to start off the month because it is kind of a new month. I am a little late, like a week into it, kind of, but it is what it is. We're gonna keep going and we're just gonna get started. I created this monthly budget sheet, and I think it's super important for me to have a monthly budget to keep me accountable. For me, my monthly budget is a little different because if you guys don't know, I am a bartender, so my income does fluctuate. It's very inconsistent. With that being said, I can't really put a number on how much I'm going to bring in because I really don't know, but I do have like expenses and I have like cash envelopes that are meant for like everyday spending that I need to fund. Like, I have to fund those. So this is going to keep me on track to know how much money I need to bring in. Any leftover money can go to other sinking funds and things like that. Again, we'll get a little bit more into this. Hopefully it'll make more sense as I start filling them out and as I do it over, weeks to come. We're just gonna go ahead and fill this out, starting with the month. This is my first month doing this. Things might change, but I have been, watching other people and really learning about this, and I will continue to learn more and more about it. As of right now, I just feel like this should work for me, and if it doesn't, we will then adjust it so that it can work better, It's all about, doing what you can do. So again, this month is September. Okay. And so the first thing that we are going to fill out is my expenses. So I'm just going to go ahead and list the categories, and then we will come back and discuss what I'm going to budget for it. Okay, so here we are. These are my expense categories. Just a quick run through. We have rent, utilities. I broke them up into 3 different parts because that's what it consists of. Credit cards, my 2 credit cards. And then my other bills, I have 3 other bills that are just things that I pay for. And then last is my mom. Now we're just gonna go ahead and fill out what I am going to budget this month. For rent, let's actually zoom in. For rent, we are going to budget $1,200. Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy because I did stay with my parents for a few months so that I didn't have to pay any rent. I didn't have to do any major bills. But with that being said, I did that. That was only supposed to be for the summer, and now that is getting more fall-like, it was definitely time for me to move on. And so I did, into a whole nother state, and now I have rent to pay and I have utilities to pay. So here we are. My budget is $1,200 for my rent. So my utilities is broken up into 3 different parts. So to do that, we are going to first see what those are. My energy bill. At first, I had just like a number, which was like $60 that I was going to budget for. But then I realized, because I just got my bill, that I have to pay my deposit within this first bill. So it is a little bit more expensive because I have to pay this deposits. Again, we're working this out. I see how things can like already like go a different way than you expect, and you just have to work around it within your budget. So here I am adjusting this amount that I was initially going to budget for energy, which I am now going to budget $200. Yeah. So I thought it was gonna be around $60. Come to find out, I have to pay about $200. Again, it is the first month. You kind of expect that in your like moving expenses, kind of. So next is my internet. And so my internet should be about $55. And then next is RI, which is renter's insurance, because I am renting an apartment. That is going to be around $11, hopefully. That's what I'm budgeting for. And so now I have to pull out my calculator because I don't know how much this is. Well, I can do it in my head, but let's get it. Okay, so for my utilities, I would need to budget $266. Next is my credit cards. Again, we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did with utilities. It is broken up into two different categories because I have two different credit cards. This category right here is meant for my minimum balance. So for both of them, actually, my minimum balance is $35. That in total is $70. Yep. Next is my other bills. Again, that is broken up into three different categories because those are my other reoccurring bills that I do pay. Starting with Apple. For extra iCloud storage, we are budgeting $3. For Ipsy, I love my Ipsy bags. I love getting them in the mail each month. I just love it. Like, I have been doing this for quite some time now, and again, I still love getting my Ipsy bags. That is about $13 each month. Yeah, $13. And then YouTube. I don't have like cable or anything, and so the only thing I do pay for that's like that I do watch is YouTube, and I'm only paying for not to have ads. Yes, it is what it is. I pay to not to have ads when I'm watching YouTube videos. I like watching the whole video all the way through with no ads, and that's why I pay for it. So for that, we are budgeting $16. So let's see, 16 plus 13 plus 3 equals $32. And then last but not least is my mom. It's really my mom and dad. They both really do a lot for me and take care of a lot of my expenses. Anything you really don't see here is because my parents probably take care of it. For that, I do want to start giving them money towards anything that they're taking care of, just to help them out. I want to budget $200 this month. So $200. Again, I've never really done this before, so you know, I'm just gonna start with what I think I can do, and then if I can increase how much I can give to them, then I will. Our next category is my cash envelopes. So like I said, these are my my daily spending. These are going to be my categories that I keep in my wallet, in my purse, so that I can, you know, just grab it. I'll have it readily available and won't necessarily have to use my debit card or my credit card for this because I'll have the cash already on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this out. Okay, so these are my 4 categories that I will keep into my wallet and keep cash on hand. Now, listen, looking at this month, again, I already wasn't expecting, I don't want to say I wasn't expecting this deposit because I knew about it, but it is, you know, more than what my energy bill normally is. So because of that, I feel like I'm going to give myself less this month for spending. Again, I don't really know 100% how much I should be giving myself for spending because I've never really kept up with my spending the way I feel like I am now, about to be. So I was going to budget. Again, this is going to be refilled each week. So over the whole entire month, I wanted to give myself $400, and that was going to be broken up into $100 increments each week. But again, I just don't see myself right now being able to fulfill both of those as of right now. And my spending right now isn't that much, I don't think, because I am still just moving in, still just getting a feel of everything, working at my 2 new jobs. So it's just, I don't think that I'm spending because I'm not really going out or anything. I am going to make this decision right now to budget $50. $200. Actually, let's do that again and bring this down. I'm actually gonna budget $200 for the whole entire month, which is going to be $50 a week. I don't know if I've ever made $50 stretch a whole week, but I don't see why I can't do it. I feel like people do it all the time. But this is because, again, let me explain something to you. The reason why I've never I honestly have never kept up with my spending. I've probably gone weeks without spending that much money. If I've probably gone weeks with spending that much, I never really considered money. I would just swipe my card and never really just think about how much money I'm spending. I might, you know, hit this out the park, and I might need to continue to only budget $200 for each month. But if I find that I'm not allowing myself to do things that I want to do, then I might up it up. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I know I'm talking a lot. I hope I'll cut all this out. Next up, we are going to do gas, which I'm budgeting $160 for the whole entire month. Next, for fun, I am going to budget $280, and then for giving, I'm gonna budget $20 for the whole entire month, and that's that. Next up, we have my sinking funds. My plans for adding money to my sinking fund has to be a little bit different. Again, my income is not known. I have a different plan on how I think I'm about to go about fulfilling these sinking funds. My initial goal for each month is obviously to be able to pay my expenses. Then I hope to be able to fulfill my cash envelopes, as these are more of like my everyday spending. Next is my sinking funds. I'm gonna go ahead and fill these out, and then we will come back and discuss it. Okay, we're back. I have broken them up into like 2 different sides, and the reason why I did that is because honestly, I'm really about to sound like intentional living, but these are kind of like my long-term sinking funds, and these are kind of like my revolving sinking funds. I haven't really found another way to best explain that other than in those terms. These are my long-term sinking funds, meaning that they're meant for my future. Obviously, saving, investing, my taxes, they come every year, but this is for my well-being as well. Then we have my emergency fund, which obviously is very important to have, again, for your well-being. And then debt snowball, you know, you want to get out of debt, so it's important to have a plan to tackle that. And so that is what I'm going to be doing, is using a debt snowball. These will help me achieve my goal of hitting financial freedom. Then my next category is my revolving sinking funds, quote unquote, which is like things that I will just frequently be adding funds to, and then probably taking funds out of it to purchase things that I want, and continuing that cycle. Getting into how I'm going to budget for this, it's kind of hard to think about how much money I'm going to put into these categories, as again, my income is not consistent, so it varies how much money I make. So it really varies how much money I can put into these sinking funds. With that being said, I have broken this up into a way that I feel that I can achieve, and that is using percentage. And I think that I should continue to use that in the future, because I can control what percent of money, like at the beginning of the month, I can say like I want to put 20% into this category compared to 10% like I did, you know, in the previous month. Instead of increasing the dollar amount that I put into it, I can just increase the percentage. So with that being said, at the beginning of the month, I feel that it's important to think about whatever money is left over from when I pay my rent, utilities, and all the other things that I find important and that needs to be paid each month. Once those are fulfilled and have reached, you know, their goal each month, whatever money is left over goes to my sinking funds. That can vary each month, each week. So I can't put a dollar amount. What I can put is a percentage. So hopefully this will make sense more in like future videos if it doesn't make sense right now. I know I'm not really explaining it all too well, but here we are. We'll just dive into it. For more of my long-term sinking funds, I want to put 60% of whatever is left from after fulfilling those. For my revolving sinking funds, I'm gonna put 40%. Just imagine this, like if after fulfilling each week the goal that I need for my rent and all that, whatever is left, say that it is $100. $100 is left over. $60 will be broken up amongst these categories, and then $40 will be broken up amongst these categories. When we are breaking up that $60, we are going to be breaking it up again with percentage. I think that it's important that I budget at least 50% of whatever money is left over needs to go to my debt snowball. I think right now 15% would need to go to my emergency fund. My taxes are kind of weird being in the serving industry because it is kind of taken out of my paycheck, but if my paycheck doesn't cover enough of the taxes that are needed to be taken out, then I will have to pay taxes at the end of the year. It varies, so right now we're just gonna put 5% until we know a definite number that I need to hit. But as of right now, we have some time till tax season comes, so we'll just slowly build that up. After that is my investing, and I want to budget 20%. And then for savings for the month, I want to save 10%. I'm gonna add this up just to make sure. 50 plus 15 plus 5 plus 20 plus 10 equals 100. So that's 100% of that 60. That $60 would be completely divided into each category. Moving on to my beauty or my revolving sinking funds. But starting with beauty, we're going to put 5% of whatever's left over. For clothing, again, not super important, so it's gonna get 5%. Health, sounds bad, but not really important. The category right now is not really that important right now, so it's going to get 5%. Something that is important is my car maintenance sinking fund. I do want to increase this right now as I need work done to my car. So I want to put 25% to that. Vacations are always important. I'm just kidding. No, for real though. It is really important to me to have money saved up for my next vacation, as you know, it's being talked about, but nothing's been confirmed, so we'll see. Next is going to go to gifts, and it is getting 20%. And that's because, you know, we still got some birthdays coming up and I need to get gifts for a few different people. So I do want to put a good amount of money towards that. And then last is Christmas, and it is getting 15%. we all know when Christmas is December 25th, so it's coming no matter what. So definitely should have money saved for it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be putting 15% away for Christmas. I think that will really work best for me. Okay, so I think that is it for right now. This is my monthly budget. Each week we will see how much money I bring in. Stay tuned for my next tip count video, as I'm finally getting back to those. I have 2 new jobs and I'm finally getting tips, and we will see how much money I make. I am super excited to, again, be starting this journey, and I'm glad to be starting it on YouTube, as I have already received so much support that it's crazy that I have been yearning to get back on YouTube and back to, you know, budgeting with everybody. Like, I'm so excited that we are all saving money and that we are all, you know, considering our future. I'm super excited. I don't know what else to say. I guess see you guys later, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day whenever you're watching this. Thank you all so much. Bye.